Now, children, let us talk about this chapter of magnetism. Now, in this magnetism chapter, students, everybody and all of you have might played or might used magnetism to attract or to repel two different kind of magnets. We often use a magnet like a game as an entertainment, but in science, in physics, there are huge use and applications of magnetisms and magnetic phenomena. Few examples are here on my screen, and then the one example is that magnets are used in hard drives, children, hard drives in computer. Bullet trains are used based on the concept of the magnetism, electronic laws, car suspension, and particle accelerator in nuclear physics. And there are so many other applications of magnetisms, which some of which we are aware, and some of still we have not heard about, that magnet and magnetic phenomena can be used in this particular kind of things. So there are huge application of magnet. It's not just a playing games or doing some activities. There are many applications, even in speakers, speakers, magnets are used. So now, children, that in this chapter that the topics we are going to discuss first, that is the magnets, force, and magnetic field. Now, children, this chapter becomes quite easy compared with the electricity chapters. And there is a certain link between electricity and magnetism. How this chapter of magnetism becomes quite easier for students compared with electricity, because many of the things that is used in this chapter of magnetisms are related with the concept that we already studied in electricity chapter. For example, children, in electricity, we have studied that we have the two kinds of charges, positive and negative. In magnetism, we also have two, not charges, but two kinds of pole. One is called the north pole in a magnet, and other one is called the south pole in a magnet. So here, instead of saying about the charges, the negative and positive, we have the north pole and south pole. Similarly, in electricity chapter, children, we have studied about electric fields. In electric chapter, electricity, we have discussed. And there was one question recently you have done in your midterm exams, define electric field. And children, what is electric field? It is the space around a charged body, whether it is a positively charged or it's a negatively charged body. And in that field space, if you bring another charged body, that will experience a force of attraction or repulsion. That is called the electric field, which we have discussed already. Similarly, in the magnetic field chapter, in the magnetism chapter, we have magnetic field. Magnetic field around what? Magnetic materials. Instead of saying magnetic materials, like magnet means the space around a magnet. In the video, in the previous video, you have seen that the magnet attract another magnet. A magnet can repel another kind of magnets. So it means there is a field around a magnet in which force of attraction, what force? Magnetic force. In chapter electricity, that was the electric force. Here in magnetism chapter, or in magnet, you have to write magnetic force. Magnetic force will be there around the magnetic field, and that force can be attractive, that can be repulsive, depending upon the polarities of the magnet. So that is something about the magnetic force. Field lines also in electricity, we have seen due to single isolated positive charge, electric field lines, they move outwards. They start from the positive. Let me draw this diagram. For a single isolated positive charge, we have seen in the electricity chapter, electric field lines were outward. And there were also one question in your paper 1 in MCQ, in the midterm exams. You have to find the exact direction of the electric field lines due to positive or negative charges. And if it is a negative charge, then these electric field lines are inwards. And due to a pair of positive and negative charges, electric field lines for the positive, they are going outward, and for the negative charges, they were inwards. That we already discussed in the electricity chapter. Similarly, these, instead of electric field lines in magnetism chapter, we have magnetic field lines. That is called the imaginary lines. You can't see, but you can experience, you can feel, and you can find out by doing certain experiment that magnetic field lines exist around a magnetic around a magnet. So before we go into this magnetic field lines, before I show you that how to draw the magnetic field lines in case of a magnet, before that, let us discuss something about the magnet itself. I'm not going to the history of the magnet. What is a magnet? You're already aware from the grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, you already study about the magnet. But the things that I want to discuss here with you children are that we have a permanent magnets. We have a magnet actually, that the black kinds of material, a permanent magnet. Permanent magnet means once it gets magnetized, means once material gets magnetized, it remains, it retains its magnetism for a very, very longer period of time. That is called the meaning of permanent magnet. And in a magnet, we have the two poles, okay, that you are already aware that in a magnet, there are two poles. One is called the north pole and other is called the south pole. Here in this picture, you can see, this is an example of a bar magnet, BAR, rectangular shape of magnet, bar magnet. Here in this magnet, north pole and south pole are there. This is south, this is north. If you further cut this magnet, if you cut, whether you cut it horizontally or you cut it vertically. So if you cut, magnet or divide into two parts, then again you find that in the one half of the magnet, south pole is there, and the another half means on one side south pole, other side is north pole. Even the second half, south pole and north pole is there. If you further divide this magnet, again you will find south and north, south and north. And if you further divide, and if you keep dividing, whatever the smaller and smaller and smaller the length of a magnet, a bar magnet, pole always exists. Means south pole is there, north pole is always there. In a magnet, you cannot create, means monopole. Monopole means the single pole never exists. Means you cannot make a magnet, you can't make a magnet in which there is only a north pole or south pole is there. So pole always exists in pairs. South and north pole is always there. Now children, in case of a bar magnet, it is easy to mark that this is the south pole, this is the north pole. But what kind of, if we have a magnet, that in the video we have seen, we have a magnet suppose in the shape of a ring, R-I-N-G, like this. It's a sellotape, but a ring type of magnet. Consider it is a magnet in the shape of a ring. So if we have a magnet in the shape of a ring, so how can I locate, means at what side will be the north pole, at what side will be the south pole? So in a ring, children, in a ring, I can consider now I have placed this ring in a vertical plane. In a vertical plane means if I have to draw this ring on a plane of paper, so like this. This is a circular ring. On the screen, the ring which I have drawn is a circular ring in the vertical plane, like the ring which I am holding in my hand, in the same position. So on the one side means on the right hand side, I will consider, suppose I consider it is a north pole is there. And on the other side means on the back side, automatically the south pole will be there. If you take south pole is there, then north pole will be there. So remember again, if it is in a shape of a ring, or another example in a shape of a disc also, then again on top side consider the north pole, on the bottom side the south pole, or maybe the bottom side north pole and the upside the south pole. Again, if magnet is there, always north pole and south pole is there. Let me move ahead, children. Now this is again magnetic fields, that the definition I have told earlier. It is the space around a magnet in which means, suppose children that this pattern you are already aware from the electricity chapter also. In electricity, where the positive and negative charge. In magnetism, we have a bar magnet here, north pole and south pole is there. And from this diagram, what we can conclude that the magnetic field lines are still there. As in the electricity chapter, electric field lines were there. These are the imaginary lines. Now here in this case, these imaginary lines are moving outward. Please look at this diagram carefully. See the sign of arrow. This is outward for the not the negative, for the north pole. And on the other side where the south pole, then you can see the lines which are coming from the north pole, they are going towards the south pole. They're going towards the south pole. For the south side, there's all the sign of arrows mean these magnetic field lines are going inwards. This magnetic field lines explain us that anywhere around this magnet, means anywhere on this magnetic field lines, if I place a magnetic material means the material which is get attracted by the magnet. Okay, magnetic materials is always attracted by the magnet. Magnetic material, they cannot attract the magnet, but magnet will attract them. And if I place a magnetic material somewhere here, it is attracted by the magnet. It is attracted by the magnet means it is attracted by the poles of the magnet. So that is the meaning. This term you have to remember, children, that magnetic field lines, these are the space around a magnet, in which if you place a magnetic material, that will what happen with the magnetic material, get attracted by the magnet. And if you place a magnet, so the magnet will experience a force of attractive or repulsive depending upon the what kind of polarity north pole. If the north pole and north pole, they are facing towards each other, repulsive force will be there. And if their poles are opposite, facing opposite, then the attractive force will be there. One more thing, children, that in electricity, which I told you, narrow the line or closer the lines, when the lines are very closer, it shows the strong electric field in the electricity chapter. In magnetism also the same phenomena, the same concept. Larger the lines means the closer the lines together, and then more and more lines are there, it means that part represents the stronger the magnetic field. If you see, let me mark some point here, A, B, C and D points. And now the question is, at what point A, B, C, D, where the magnetic field is stronger? At point A, at point B, at point C, at point D. Anyone from 10th class, children? All of these 4 points, where will be the magnetic force higher? Where do you find the lines are very close? Okay, I'm getting answer here in the chat box. Calista said at point A and D, yes. A point and D points both are the poles, and whatever the magnetic force is at point A, the same strength will be at point D. But if you compare with B point and C point, here the field will be weak. Weak magnetic field will be there because the lines are not closer. And that happens also, you know, children, in electricity, we have seen that from the Coulomb's law, F equal to K, Q1, Q2 divided by R square, more the distance from the charged particles, that the smaller will be the force. The same thing is happening in the magnetism also. As you move away from the magnet, if you move away from the magnet, definitely the force of attraction or the repulsions will be weak. Weak force will be there. Closer, strong force. And basically in the magnets, the entire strength of the magnet is basically based on where? Where? At the poles. At the poles, North Pole, the region North Pole and South Pole. That is the strong power of the magnet. So please remember, in a magnet, children, that the power of a magnet is basically depends on its pole, the North Pole and the South Pole. This is same like there is a Bible story, you know, if some of you read Bible, that there is a one character in Bible, you know, Samson. Samson was a character that whose power, he was a powerful person, and whose strength depends on his hairs. Okay, so similarly in magnetism, that the strength of the magnet is based on not the entire surface of the magnet, but on the pole. The most strength or the power of a magnet is at the poles, whether it is the north or south pole. Oh, okay, one more thing, children, I want to discuss with you here for the magnetic field lines. And what is that line here? In magnetism, as I told you, that magnetic field lines, they move from north pole to south outside the magnet. But inside the magnet, if I continually produce it, so inside it goes from south to north. If I want to draw one more line, suppose the bottom one, north to south, it is going north to south. Inside it will go a uniform magnetic field will be there inside the magnet, and then the sign of arrow will be from south to north. So you can conclude outside the magnet, outside, north to south, inside the magnet, the magnetic field lines, they go from south to north. So it means I can conclude the magnetic field lines, let me write here, magnetic field lines, you also note it down in your notebook, lines form a closed loop. Closed loop. What do you mean by closed loop? Means they are going from north, moving to the south, then again they now stop at the point S. They keep moving north to south, then south to north, north to south, then south to north. That it always form a cyclic loop, a closed loop. But this not happens in electricity. In electricity, we have seen electric field lines, they originate from the positive. They move and they end or they terminate at the negative points. There is no further explanation that the electric field lines, they will move from the negative to positive. No. That was only for, they originate from the positive, they move towards the negative, and that's end. But here in magnetism, they keep moving and keep moving and keep moving, north to south outside, inside south to north, and inside a bar magnet that we will also study in our next coming classes. Inside a magnet, that the field is uniform, and outside the magnet, the field is non-uniform. Somewhere field is strong, somewhere field is weak. If I consider, suppose if I take 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, suppose again D, C, B, A, definitely I can consider near to the magnet, A point field will be stronger, and it keeps going decreasing and decreasing as you move away from the magnet A, B, C, D. At the D point, that the magnetic field or field strength will be weakest, field will be there at point D. I hope, children, you are getting this point. Let me move ahead. And the second picture here, if you have a 2 pair of magnets, and now again, one north pole, south pole. Remember, children, here they have mentioned only the north pole for making the diagram very clear. Definitely the south pole is there, because monopole never exists. So don't get confused. South pole they have written on the front side, and definitely the north pole will be there, but we are not bothered with the north pole, the left hand side, and the south pole here on the right hand side. Now we have placed 2 magnets in such a way as you see in this diagram. How will you plot the magnetic field lines? How will you plot? So that this will be the pattern. Again, the magnetic field lines from the north going to the south, north to south. You have to follow. Even this activity you can do at your home also, children. You need a magnet. You need to buy 2 magnets. You need to buy 1 magnet, and you need to buy a 1 magnetic compass. And you will draw. You can find out that the same pattern if you use a paper, pencil is required, and you can plot that kind of diagram. Another way, you need to buy a bar magnet, and you need to buy some iron powder, iron fillings, iron in the form of powder. And you need to keep a magnet under a paper, like this paper. Under the paper, you can keep a magnet. On the top of this paper, you can split the iron powder, and then tap. Then the tap this on tap. Not, okay. If you tap, then what happens? That the iron fillings, that which was initially gathered some and one particular point, they will spread. They will form a pattern like this. Exact pattern you will find, children. This kind of pattern, the same pattern you will find if you do the same activity at your home. And I will encourage you, children, that these are the small experiments you try this experiment at home, especially those students who are looking their career in physics, those who want to do engineering, those who want to do even the medical also. They should try these small experiments at your home. And the third diagram, that the third picture, children, this is a very important picture. In this case, we have taken the two same kind of material, means the magnet. And again, the magnetic field lines, they are going outward. This can be south and south, this can be north and north. But the very important thing that you have to notice here, this is the space. This is the space, children. This is the space where if I placed any magnetic material, suppose this is the point P, where on the point P, that is the center point of this at both the north and north pole. At this point, that is called the neutral point. At this point, if you place a magnetic material like a piece of iron, so the piece of iron won't get attracted towards the left side magnet or to the magnet which is at the right hand side. It remains there. No, actually from the point P, no magnetic field line is passing. If magnetic field line is not there, so how can a magnetic material will experience a force? And why this happening here? Why this happening? If you just apply a little bit concept of physics, this is the magnetic material. Suppose the left hand side magnet, this is the left hand side magnet. It is trying to attract it. At the same time, we have placed the right hand side. There is a material. No, we have another magnet. This material is also attracting it to the right hand side. And as we have taken both the materials, both the magnet actually of the same power, same field. So apply the vectors law here. Left hand side force, right hand side force, they are equal and opposite in direction, they will cancel out. And that's why the resultant magnetic force at point P will be 0. But as soon as, my dear children, if you just shift the point P slightly to the left side, suppose the point P is now near to the left side magnet or near to the right hand side magnet, not at the center. So then it will move. If it is near to the left hand side magnet, then the magnetic materials get attracted to the left hand side magnet. And if it is to the right hand side, near to the right hand side material, definitely it will be attracted by the other material magnet. So this is something about these magnetic field lines, children. You have to practice how to draw these magnetic field lines. Remember, they go from north to south and inside north to south. Inside south to north. This is the activity which I was talking about, children, that here the information is given, instructions are given, how you can do this activity at your home. So you may take a note of this also. Let's see one question here, children. Which of these groups include any magnetic materials? Magnetic materials I have not told you, explained you, but the magnetic materials means that are materials which are attracted by the magnet. Okay, in your lower class, you already studied this point. Examples you have to remember today. Nickel, cobalt, iron are the best example for the magnetic material as compared with this. Steel is a magnetic material, but brass and copper is not the magnetic materials. Iron is the magnetic material, copper and magnesium is not. And again, nickel is there, but aluminum is not there. In question number 2, two magnets are placed close to each other, okay, with their north poles facing each other. Which of the following describes the magnetic field at the midpoints between the two magnets? That this is based on the last picture we have seen. So what are the 4 options? First option is no field lines in the middle, okay. What about the second option? Second option you find, children, here. Field lines point away from the middle towards the north poles. Straight lines from left to right. Field lines point out from each north pole. If we are taking the two same kind of magnets and they are talking about at the neutral point, at the center point, so we know no field lines are there. No magnetic field lines are there in that case. So children, let me stop here for a moment, and in next class, that the time is 1 minute there. So in the next class, we are going to discuss how to how we can induce magnetism in a magnetic materials. What are the various methods and tricks that we can do?